Hello and welcome back. Today I have an awesome guest for you. I have Kate Murphy from Wings Travel. And also, Kate sits on the board of Travel Market Report. So we're going to get a really interesting conversation going today. Not only her perspective and her experience as an agent, but also as someone who sits on a board. In fact, one of many boards. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yes. Now tell me, we were lucky enough to share a meal together yesterday, and we compared how long have I been in travel stories, which yours trumps mine, because the oldest sort of memory that I can go back to is using native Sabre. But tell me, when did you start in travel? You don't have to tell me the exact year, but when did you start in travel?
I can tell you, October of 1986.
Wow. Amazing.
And we use native Sabre in our office still.
You did?
Because we have corporate in our office. We have 30% corporate, 70% leisure.
And so you and I worked back when you didn't check email at work because there was no email.
We would
go in and check airline queues.
That's right.
And how much has it changed now for you?
It's so different. And it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And people text and email and call. And they expect instant answers.
It's so different, isn't it?
It is.
Technology really has changed the way, very much has changed the way that travel agents run, but changed the way that consumers want to book travel and get information as well. Tell me a little bit about your background in travel.
I just started at the agency. I was supposed to work part-time. I used to run an office, in an admission office at the hospital in Philadelphia. And my brother bought into an agency as an investment. And he tried to talk me in because he decided family on the premises would be a good idea. So he's a great salesperson, you know. I wouldn't have to pay Philadelphia sales tax. I could only work 2.5 days a week, maybe 3 days a week.
So
I wouldn't have to drive into Philadelphia. It was appealing. And who doesn't love travel?
Yeah.
The world loves travel.
Yeah.
So I kind of got there and got sucked in, and there was a wonderful manager there, and I'm still friends with her. She moved away to Florida, and I said, pretend I'm a blackboard, I'm a clean slate, teach me everything you know.
And I would imagine from what I know of you that you were a sponge.
I loved it. I just picked things up and went away with one of our corporate accounts. We had the person that sold the agency had one corporate account, and we still have them today.
Amazing.
So it's amazing. I mean, we've grown, but we still have that one account. And they're just like old friends. They, 30 years, they're friends.
Wow.
So, and we've seen them retire and new ones come in, and it's really nice.
So we were talking about that technology has been a major shifter for the travel industry. What have you seen in addition to technology that has been a huge game changer over the last 20 or 30 years in travel?
Well, people are knowledgeable. They come to us, they've Googled things, they've looked things up. So, but they don't really know what to do with what they've done. So we take it, we package it, we add extras to it, we make it this wonderful special trip for them. And I was telling you last night at dinner, the two things I learned at a meeting once was there will always be travel agents because someone wants a neck to wring if something goes wrong, or they want someone to validate their choices.
Yes.
So we're there, we take their choices, we make them even better than they thought possible. Because, like we say, someone wants to do something on their own. Maybe you give that hotel, 2 bookings a year?
Yeah.
Do you know how many bookings we give those properties?
Yeah.
So we have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
We can make sure something gets fixed right away. If, something's not working right, or someone tries to put them in a room that was not what they paid for. And we're right there on top of things because another thing, I love these little sayings. I always learn them at meetings because I pay attention at meetings, is if we keep our clients happy, they will keep us in business.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
Isn't that a great one?
And that can be used right across the world in business.
For everything. Actually, I used to say to my children, you're always selling. Learn how to sell in a polite way. You're trying to get me to let you stay out later.
Yeah.
So you better approach me with a little sales thing here on why you should be allowed to stay out later.
Yeah.
So selling is not a dirty word. It's a wonderful word.
Well,
I
heard an interesting one yesterday I'll share with you. And somebody told me yesterday, you will never have to sell if you give good service. Because if you focus on giving incredible customer service in fixing problems, solving problems, anticipating people's needs, you won't ever have to sell anything.
That's true.
Because by putting out there the information that you have and the services that you have, and just being a kind person, your sales come. You have to do marketing to get the people to come to you.
Yes, but once you get them.
Exactly.
And referrals are your lifeblood.
Yes.
They are. And that's why, what you said, if you give them the good service, you get the referrals from them.
Exactly. What do you think is the biggest challenge that travel agents have, specifically home-based travel agents? Because it's a lonely world operating a business by yourself at home. So what do you think is the sort of biggest challenge that they have, and how does being part of a community like Travel Market Report help them overcome that challenge?
Well, I believe when they come here, they network with other people, and you can talk about, like, I talk about the challenges of brick and mortar agents with other brick and mortar people. People that are home-based can talk about their fellow travel agents and what challenges they're facing. Do they meet people at Panera's? Do they allow people to their home? There's a lot of things to consider, but you're meeting with people in the industry who want to learn, and that's why they're at a function like Travel Market Report puts on, or their consortia or their host agency in the States. They're there because they want to learn. They're the people you want to network with because they have the great ideas.
Oh, you couldn't be so true. You sit on the board of Travel Market Report, and I guess the purpose for the board is to help them and to improve, to help make them even better than they are. What are some of the areas of focus for the board?
Well, actually, we just said yesterday at our meeting, they have grown so much from our first board meeting. I think the way they started the publication was wonderful because they invited someone from a Virtuoso office and a Signature office and a Vacation.com office and an Amex office to bring everyone in fairly.
Right.
And we don't talk about our consortias or our franchises. We only talk about needs of the travel agent.
Wow.
And they've listened and they've grown, and their publication has grown, and they always put the travel professional first, and that's amazing.
That's so great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You.
It's been such a pleasure. I can't wait to sit down and A, share a meal with you again, and B, sit down and have a chat about the industry again.
That would be wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you.